I just say everyone knows, it's like a harmony, like you're in peace. Do you get what I mean? Your belly don't hurt and everything. And I'm just baffed. Like, I'm still in the bed. I'm looking at myself. I'm in the bed, and then what? All of a sudden, the door. I just go straight. My head goes straight to the door. A old man walks in, but the man is dressed in white with a long white beard. It's quite long. Yo guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your boy Hassan here. Yes, hopefully everyone's doing well. Today it's gonna be something different. It's not gonna be a challenge. I know Tuesdays normally I post a challenge, but today I'm gonna explain you my experience in hospital and how I nearly died, to be honest, because I do really feel like I died and came back alive, if you get what I mean. Not died, but maybe saw the afterworld. Saw the afterworld. Anyways, let's get started. So it was last year around March time, so that's 1 year and maybe a little couple of months ago. So last year March time, beginning of March, it was for like 2-3 days. My arm was I had a really bad headache and my arm was hurting, and I like a really stiff pain on my head, like my neck, sorry. My neck. It happened. It was hurting for like 2-3 days now, and I didn't know what it was. So 3 days my head was hurting. I just had a really bad headache, and my arm was hurting at the same time. Really stiff neck. So I was like, let me not go to hospital now, because if I go to hospital, you guys know, if I go to hospital, it's gonna take 4 or 5 hours, 6 hours maybe. Especially if it's headache, they wouldn't even care. They'll put me to the bottom list, and I'll probably end up staying there for like 7-8 hours. So I was like, let me just call 111 and see what they say, because 111 is quite a good helpful line as well. I don't want to call 999 as well, because it's not like an ambulance thing. So I was, bear in mind, if I go GP, if I phone up the GP, they'll probably give me an appointment 2-3 weeks later, because it's wintertime it's quite busy. So I was like, let me call 111 and see what they could do. Maybe they'll send me to a walk-in GP or something, where I just walk in. So I called them up. It was a lady. I explained her the story of what happened to me, and she said to me straight away, does your left arm hurt? She didn't say, does your left arm hurt? Can you pick your left arm up? So I went like this. As soon as I went there, my arm was just like really weak. So I said that, and she said, so far the things that you told me, the stuff that you described to me, it sounds like you have a heart attack. So stay where you are. The ambulance is on its way. And as soon as, if someone says that to you, let's say you call 111, if they say that to you, as soon as mentally I broke, like I was just on there, I was like, like mentally you drop. Like, of course I have a headache, I have a pain on my head, but you just drop fully. Like if you have whatever you have inside, you just fully feel weak, not just physically but mentally as well. You feel weak, if you know what I mean. If someone saying you have a heart attack, especially if you're young, and if they say you have a heart attack, it's really bad. So now I'm waiting for the doctor, the ambulance. They took 45 minutes to come. Imagine an old man had a heart attack, and it took 45 minutes for them to come. They'll probably die. I don't know how long it takes a person to die when they're having a heart attack, but yeah, 45 minutes. So the ambulance came, took me now. I went to hospital. They put all these stuff on my thing, chest, like, and with the machine on to see if I have a heart attack there. And then it turned out to be I didn't have a heart attack, which I actually knew I didn't have a heart attack, because it will be really, like, for 3 days my head's hurting and I can't feel my arm, so heart attacks that long. Anyways, now they said you don't have a heart attack, but you have a really bad headache. So they took my blood. I had a brain scan, and also I had an x-ray done. So the brain scan and the x-ray came out fine, but the blood, my white blood cells were low. So they said that's quite it shouldn't be this low. So they said to me, and bear in mind my head still hurts, and I'm still in the emergency room. I'm still in the I don't know, A&E it's called, accident emergency, A&E I think it's called, emergency place. So now I'm waiting there. In the bed, they gave me my own bed, like whatever it's called, where they push you, but it's like a bed. So I'm sleeping there. They gave me a gown as well, whatever it's called, something to wear. And I was waiting there. They said to us, you have to stay in hospital because we suspect that you might have meningitis. And I was like, okay, because at these times I don't know, my mum, my sisters and my dad's next to me, and my sister was like, my older sister was like, what's meningitis? It's like they were like, it's a brain disease. If it doesn't if it doesn't get cured fast, it will eat your brain up and just kill you. Basically you die. Either young people have it or really old people have it. It just eats up, it's like a disease that apparently eats up your brain or something like that. I was like, okay, of course that's scary, and especially when I have a headache. And the stuff they said we think that it's a meningitis, but to make sure we need to get fluid from your back. So from your brain. Sorry, he said from your brain. I was like, okay. I was like, okay. But because now it's 3 AM, so I went hospital at 9 PM and now it's 3 AM and I'm speaking to the doctor. Deep, my head is really hurting and I'm in really bad pain as well. These times they're giving me a lot of tablets, and the tablets they're giving, it's not even helping. I feel more worse, like I've really bad. Then it just gives me belly aches and like my belly is aching. And they took me into a different room now. I went into a ward, and when I went to a ward, someone came and gave me a serum drip. So they put it right here first, just there. They put it there, and it's like a serum, and they put antibiotics in there. And they said this will make you feel better when you're sleeping, because it's 3 AM. So I slept because it was a night. These times I'm happy. I'm like, raw. I never had this experience because I went to hospital before because I followed the year before that for breaking my leg, but not experience like this sleeping in hospital. This was the first. Like I was like, raw. In a way, I'm happy. Raw. I'm sleeping in hospital, but in a way, I'm like, oh, shit. Then I'm in hospital. I might die. No, I might not. Yeah, I might die. So now it's. In the morning, the doctor comes and like, okay, we're gonna give you a thing today. We're gonna do the operation today. In a couple hours, we'll come and do the lumbar. It's called the lumbar puncture, which this means the way they're gonna get my brain fluid, because that's a bit mad, putting something in to get your brain to get fluid. They don't do that. Your spine, they get it's like a fluid, it's like a yellowish fluid, whitish fluid they get from your spine, like 2 bottles or 3 bottles. It's from your spine they get it from. And I was, oh, and how are you gonna get that? Apparently they put, it's not apparently, I don't know why I said apparently, they put like a needle like that big, I don't know, maybe even longer, into your spine, like in your bone, deep. Imagine a knife or a needle, whatever it is, going inside your spine. And you're awake at the procedure. The only thing they put is local anesthetics. So all around your body they put local anesthetics. And so I was like, okay, that's fine. That's fine. But they said there's like a, I have to sign a form because apparently you could get paralyzed. When I mean paralyzed, because because they don't know where they're putting the injection, they don't know where they're putting the needle. It could hit one of your nerves that could make you get paralyzed and never walk again, because if it damages the nerves, you might get paralyzed. And I had to take that risk in it, so there was no other way. now it's like they said to me 1 hour time will come. It was like 4 or 5 hours later. It's like 8 PM. They're gonna do this at 8 PM now. Not 8 PM, sorry. Where did I get 8 PM from? I think I got it from the other one. It was around 6 PM they came. I was like, one guy, he said, okay, we'll do it here. We don't need to take you into the operation room. It's quite busy. And I was like, okay, that's a doctor. I'll trust what the doctor says in it. At the end of the day, it's a doctor. There's a reason to be a doctor if you go to medical school and all that. So I said, sit down. Should people stay in the room or should everyone get out? I was like, everyone get out, because I wanted to be alone there. My mum was and my dad was there. My sisters were there as well. I said to everyone, get out. So the guy said, sit on the bed. So now I'm gonna do a lot of needle, like local anesthetics. It's called local anesthetics, so you don't feel any pain. But I was like to the doctor at the same time, did you ever do this? And then he was like to me, no, I never done it on someone, but I know all about it. And as soon as he said that, I was like, you never done it, but you're trying on me. I was like, raw. Anyways, because I'm there, I don't want to say anything. I was like, cool. At the same time, they're giving me a lot of tablets as well. I forgot to tell you guys. They're giving me like, because they suspect that I have meningitis, so they're giving me like 6-7 tablets in the morning, in the evening, and like, so 6-7 in the morning when I wake up, like 6 or 7 in the middle of the day, and 6 or 7 at night before I sleep as well. I'm getting a lot of tablets, but at the same time, on this procedure, I can't go to the toilet. So the guy makes me sit on the bed. I sit on the bed. He says, go in this position, like look down, but sit down, sitting down, like in a going toilet position, like that. So I sit down like that. The doctor gets a needle. I can see the needles, like the local anesthetics. Yeah, I still feel the pain on my back because of this local anesthetics, and the big needle that went in my spine. When I touch my back, I can feel the little needle spots. I don't even know, but and the way they put the needle through. I fully, when I looked at this doctor, I knew this doctor was like, oh my god, this doctor's not going to be able to do it, because I just looked at him. He was holding the tray, like his hands were shaking a little. I'm not going to lie, his hands were shaking. Like, I did not see, you're a doctor, you need to be confident. He's not confident at all. So he comes to my back now, and I clocked something's wrong, but at the same time, I got the maddest headache ever, like maddest headache ever. I sit down, but I'm suspicious at the same time. So he's putting the local anesthetics. So he put like 20-30 needles, and especially he has to be careful where he's putting these needles as well, because that's your back. If you could hit your nerves, as I said, you could be paralyzed. So he's like to me, tell me when you feel pain on your legs or numbness on your legs. I was okay. So but I feel really dizzy because I'm looking down. You have to look down, and you know when you have a really bad headache and when you're looking down, you just feel more dark and everything just blacked out. Everything is blacking out slowly for me. So he put a lot of needles on my back, and now with the big one's gonna come. He's like, now I'm gonna put the big one. Hopefully it doesn't hurt, because he put a lot of local anesthetics. Now my back feels so cold. But as soon as he put the needle in here, it went like this. I got a gasp. I went like, that did not feel right. He missed my bone, and he touched my nerve. Like, luckily I know English and all that. I know how to tell the guy to stop, because if it was my mum or dad, like, I don't think they will be able to tell the doctor to stop after. They'll probably think the doctor's doing something right. As soon as it touched my nerve, you could feel it touching your nerve. A needle touch. My leg went up like this, and I shouted, stop. Like, I was like, stop, because it touched my leg. And if he went a little bit in more, I could have get paralyzed. Sorry guys, the battery finished, so I had to charge it, you know, half an hour and all that, so I could carry on with the story. Anyways, let me get straight into it. So as soon as I felt it touch my nerve, I was like, stop, don't do any more. I was in so much pain. I said, take it out. He's like, are you sure? And I was like, yes, take it out. He pulled out. You know when you put it, when he's pulling it out, I felt it. I was so bad. And then as soon as he pulled out, his hands are shaking. Like, he don't know what to do, I think. And because as he didn't do this before, I vomited. Because I'm in that situation still. I'm in that thing. I'm in that position. I just vomited everything out, and it blacked out. Everything blacked out. Seriously, bro, I never thought you could black out like that. You're still awake, but you just blacked out. Everything's blacked out, and I dropped on the floor. When I dropped on the floor, yeah, my body just shaking. My body was just shaking. I didn't know what to do. I think it was just in shock. My body was full in shock because of what he done to my back. So I'm just shaking there. I'm shaking. The man runs out. Because I could hear everything in it. Like, my eyes open, like I come to my sense, and then gold blacks out, comes up, and then it just blacks out everything. And then all I see is three nurses running into me. The doctor's all the way at the back. I don't think he wants to come, because he knew he kind of, you know what he done. He couldn't do anything. He couldn't do any. He kind of flopped it. So because I'm just shaking there, two of the nurses just grabbed my shoulders. My shoulders, they grabbed my shoulders with my arms, shoulders, and they pushed me down onto the bed, because I dropped on the bed sideways, and I'm just shaking them. My mom came in, my sisters, everyone came in. The lady, she put an injection, she grabbed my arm. I was like, what? Like, I didn't say what, but like, when I think of it, she just grabbed my arm, put a needle, like, she put a needle, and I don't know what she put in, but it was so, like, if you felt it go, basically it relaxes your body, but the way it relaxes your body is quite mad, because as you felt it go, you know when it goes through your veins, it's something really cold. As soon as it goes through your veins, your body goes like, it goes like this. Imagine you're shaking, you go drop. If you feel, and then your chest drops, and then it goes all the way to your legs first. Your legs drop, everything drops, and you can't pick it up. And then to all your arms. At the end, it came to my head, like it came to my, I don't know, the nerves, and then my head just went down, and it relaxes your body on a mad one. Like you don't feel anything. You're like you're alive but dead at the same time. Imagine you're in so much pain, but you can't move your body. I still feel the pain. The pain didn't go anywhere. I'm still feeling my back pain, my headache pain, and my bellyache of before, and I'm just like I vomit on the floor, everything, and then I'm just in so much pain, and then because of that, whatever they put on me, my body just relaxed. I'm feeling the pain, but I just relaxed, and then I just shut my eyes because I couldn't move. Deep this, your head, you can't even move your head to forward. It was so bad, and then I just passed out. And I woke up 2 hours later. My mom, my sisters, my dad's next to me, and they were like, "You're right," and the doctors came. They were like, "You're right," and all that. I was like, "Yeah." I felt a little bit better from my back, but it hurt, you know, because I was sleeping on it as well the whole time because of what happened to it. The pressure just made it worse, my back. So the doctor came now, another doctor came, because I don't think the other one wanted to see me. He was like to me, "Oh, we need to have I'm sorry, we need to do it again. This time, we'll do it in the theatre room with other doctors that do these kinds of operations." I was like, "So why didn't you do it the first time? Like, were you playing with, like, my sister? I can't even do it. I'm just, like, I'm so drowsy." My sister's like, "Why didn't you do this before? Like, why'd you make him go through all this?" They were like, "Oh, but there was a long line. We wanted to do it faster like this." I was like, the doctor gave me was probably a parent. I don't know if it was even a doctor there. Like, you couldn't even see him after. I went up, and then 2 hours later, now they've done it at 1 or 2 a.m. I was so baffled because, like, 2 a.m. I go in there, they take me in. Look how professional it is. They took me in. This time, the first time they didn't make me sign no form. This time the lady made me sign a form saying if something happens, we're not responsible. You can get paralyzed, and there is a risk of getting paralyzed. Really small, really small of getting risk of paralyzed. Like what happened to me. First time they didn't do it, but the second time I think they didn't want to, like, they wanted to guarantee their things, because at the end of the day, if something happens to me, if I sue them, or it will be bad for them, innit? So this time they done it perfect. Like the lady, I bent down, same thing. I felt it going in, and they took out they put local anesthetics first as well again. And this time the lady just like pressed on my bone, and I never felt that before. Someone pressing your bone, it kills, like, especially your spine. She was trying to find the other guy didn't do that. He just put it in. Like, he probably thought that's where the spine is, and he just put it in, and he just missed it. The lady would just, for a good 10 minutes, she's trying to feel the bone, where the spine is, where she has to put it in. It's the lower back part, guys, the lower part back. And she just stuck in straight, bro. Look, I'm not even joking. As it goes into your bone, oh, you feel pain. They gave me something to grab on, to bite on, because that's how much it hurts. Even though they put local anesthetics, don't forget the local anesthetics only prevents it from affecting the meat of your body. Like, it doesn't paralyze the bone. So it just, like, when it's going in, you don't feel anything, but when it touches the bone, when it's coming, it's like, I don't know, and no one felt that pain, but it was really bad. It went in, they took four of these this big fluids, like, it was something yellowish color, yellow color. It was quite mad. So they took off 4, and when I saw it, I felt bare dizzy, and I was just feeling bare dizzy. They were like, "Don't move, just put your head down, because you're gonna feel dizzy, sleep." And because that's your brain fluid. If you don't have brain fluid, I wouldn't be able to even stand up and walk from there. Like, that's how deep it is. And bear in mind, my headaches are hurting, so in that combine, it was killing. I was so much pain. They said we have to, because bear in mind now it's a Friday night, Saturday morning. So they were like, we'll give this to the lab, and you'll get your results hopefully on Monday. I know, because apparently it's more or less people work on a weekend. I was like, okay, I can't say anything else. And then I went back to the ward, and I slept like for a good 2 hours. Now it's like towards 4 a.m, 5 a.m. in the morning. The doctors come in, they said, "We're changing a ward." Now they're taking me to a proper room for me to settle it in. because they don't know how long I'm gonna stay. And they said, we're gonna start your meningitis treatments from now. So they took me my weights and everything. I went upstairs, they took me upstairs to my own room. But bear in mind, this ward that they took me upstairs, was like the 8th floor, 7th or 8th floor, sorry, was the ward for all diabetic people, or people, really old people that are gonna die. So it's you still got your own room, but you could hear other people's rooms, you know, like it's just like not nice place. And the nurses there were quite kind, to be honest. I got my own room, there was a TV and all that, my own bathroom and all. I was like, wow, this place is nice, I got a nice view, but oh, the worst happened after this anyway. That was really bad what happened with the spinal problem. But the doctor, so now they said we'll start your meningitis treatment. So for 2 days, so they gave me my meningitis, all the tablets I need to take for 1 whole day. I'm still, these times I can't even go to the toilet, that's how bad it is. I'm having really bad bellyache. I can't, like, if it was someone else in my situation, because I never thought of me dying. Like, I thought like, oh, I got meningitis, okay, like I wasn't even worried about that much, do you know what I mean? But like the thing I went through was mad, because at the end of the day I didn't even have meningitis. That was the most. I'll get to that point at the end. So they gave, so for 1 day they gave me all these tablets and all that. That day I couldn't sleep. I was shouting because the bellyache, because the tablets I'm taking, I can't go to the toilet. So your kidneys, all the tablets that go into your kidneys just get stuck there, if you get what I mean. They can't go out. So I'm in just so much pain. I'm shouting. This is 12 o'clock at night, yeah. I pressed the bell because there's an emergency bell. The nurses come in half an hour time. Imagine someone dies there. Imagine someone's dying. That's an emergency bell. They're walking past. My mum's shouting. They're like, you have to wait. What do you mean wait? What if I'm dying inside? And then the nurse comes and finally, she sees me in so much pain. She gives me tablets to drink. She said, I'm gonna call the doctor. I was like, cool, call the doctor. I'm dying. Like, I'm in so much pain. Like, I can't take it. The doc, I'm shouting. That ward that night, no one slept with me shouting. I was in pain. I couldn't do anything. What do you want me to do? And then the doctor, I'm shouting till the morning. I shouted. The doctor came 6 a.m. In 6 hours the doctor came. Apparently that day, for 8 floors, 1 doctor was looking after it. 1 doctor in 8 floors. Are you crazy? The amount of patients in all those floors, and 1 doctor's looking after it because it's night shift. That's a bit mad. The doctor came up. I'm sorry, I was looking at 8 floors. I didn't know what to say because she's looking at 8 floors. And that until the morning, like my bellyache went for 6 hours, you know. So that day I was really bad condition. And bear in mind, since I came to the hospital, I didn't eat anything because I can't eat. So all of this happening, I'm just in so much pain. The doctor don't know what to do because they're giving me meningitis treatment, saying I'm gonna get better, but I'm not. Like, it's quite mad. I'm going opposite. Instead of me getting better, it's getting worse every day. So the lady tries put because as I said, the serum drops. The lady tries changing the serum drop the following day. The lady tries changing this serum drop. Oh my god. Oh my. That was the worst. That was one of the worst as well. Imagine someone taking out that needle from there with the tube inside your vein and trying to putting it here. It doesn't work. She puts it. It's bleeding. And then she tries putting it here. Tries finding me a spot. It didn't work. She tried putting it there. She tried there. I'm covered in blood. Everything's covered in blood. Like the mattress, everything. This is not even a joke. She couldn't do it. The nurse couldn't do it. She had to call the what would they call it? Another nurse that more professional on this. The man came and done it once, but I was covered in blood. The mattress was covered in blood. They had to change everything. Like, the stress they put you through was unbelievable. And in the same time, my belly ache, my headache's killing me. Oh, it was not nice. After all this happened, the thing came. They're looking at me. Doctors looking at me. They're like, we don't know what to do. Like, he's in so much pain. They're checking everything. They can't think. They were like to my mum and dad, like my sisters. We don't know. Like, is he gonna live or not? It was so bad. I didn't know what. And these times, I don't know if, like, I'm not thinking about living or dying. Like the problem, I'm in pain there. I'm in top pain. And these times, I'm not even thinking about like living or dying. I'm thinking about me in top pain. Like you can't have that much pain in your body. Like you wouldn't be able to hack it. I'm telling you. Whoever thinks I'm over exaggerating is like fam. I'm telling you, I was so bad. The pain, I lost so much kg when I was in hospital. Like I was fat. I'm still fat, but it's not even a joke. And then that day, the next following day, towards the night, the doctors don't know what to do. The results still didn't come. It's a Monday and the results still didn't come. We don't know when the results are gonna come. So that night, I think that was the worst I could get. Like there was no other day. The doctors just giving me more and more tablets. Every time I feel bad, every time I'm shouting, the nurse comes and do you know that injection thing I told you guys about, where it just loosens your body and just you go flying, you can't even shout, you can't even open your mouth, your jaw don't even work. Every time I start shouting and they say something's gonna happen, they quickly, one of the nurses come and just put that on me. And one night I'm with my mum. My mum was there the whole time with me. Oh my god, every day she was there. For however many days I stayed there, she was there every single day. Like she didn't eat, I couldn't eat anyway. That night was the worst. She was sleeping next to me. I'm showering again, yeah. But this time I'm gonna go, like I'm at a point where I'm gonna die. Like that's how I feel. I feel so weak, if you get what I mean. I feel weak. Every time they give me a tablet now, I'm vomiting out. They give it from the serum drips, like antibiotics. Deep, it's going through my blood, but I'm still vomiting water out. That's how weird it is. It wasn't a pleasant thing. That night was the worst in my whole life. That was the worst night I ever had in my life, and the most craziest and most, I would never want, like, hopefully no one feels the pain I had. So that night I was in pain, shouting again. Like I'm just moving around the bed. I'm like so bad, and then I don't know, I just lost everything, the pain and everything. I just shut my eyes completely so it goes away, the pain goes away. As soon as I shut my eyes, everything blacked out. And then I opened the bag. I'm in the same bed, everything same thing. There's no pain. I'm not even joking about this. Like I can't stress about it's not. I'm not even joking. It felt so real. Do you get me? Some people might say you're lying, or it was a dream. It might be the dream, maybe it's the tablets, I don't know. But apparently once in your lifetime you feel this. That's what, when I searched up, that's what it said. And like, it felt so real, if you get what I mean. Like, it felt like I'm there. Like, I don't have no pain in my belly, or like my headache's gone. Like, I just put my head up a little bit, just went like this. I looked around the corridor, because the doors always have to stay open, so they check up on you. Only when you're sleeping they shut, I think. It's white, completely white, and I just hear a noise like it's like a harmony, like you're in peace. Do you get me? Your belly don't hurt and everything. And I'm just baffled. Like I'm still in the bed. I'm looking at myself. I'm in the bed, and then what? All of a sudden, the door, I just go straight, my head goes straight to the door. A old man walks in, but the man is dressed in white with a long white beard. It's quite long, and he's smiling. He got a thing, his stick in his hand. Like, I remember like it's yesterday. Like, I remember it so well. It's not even a joke. He walks in, he's just all dressed in white, everything, like perfect clothing. Long, like a dress with a stick, like a proper stick. Just walks across my bed and looks at me before he sits down. There's a chair next to the bed. He sits down on the chair, and my arm's like this because there's a thing on that what's that called, serum drip on my arm still. So he just grabs my arm gently, and I feel a little grab, but it's just a gentle grab, if you get what I mean. Oh, every time I explain this, like my hair just goes up, like the hair, it creeps me out when I explain this. Like I get scared when I explain this. He sat next to me, grabbed my arm gently, and he said to me, "Come with me, why are you still alive?" And As soon as he said that, I looked at him. I was like, no, I wanna live. He's like, what? Why do you want to live? Just come with me. As soon as he said that, my life. I just looked straight. I didn't know what to say. My life backflashed. All from since when I was born to that day, it flashed within seconds. I just saw bare stuff just flashing over in front of me. I was like, and then it showed me after I died, like when I die, how my mom's gonna, not everything, but like when I die, how my mom's gonna feel, my funeral, and like everyone forgetting about me, but only my mom thinking, like only my mom just crying about me every single day. I was like, no. I looked at him, no, I want to live. And then he's like, are you sure? He was like, are you sure? Come with me, you'll be better, and I was like, I'm sure. And like I was proper confident when I said I am sure. Like, do you get what I mean? I'm like, I am sure, I want to stay. And then he smiled at me, but he smiles like you want to go with him. It's like it's an attraction, like you want to go with him. That's how, do you get what I mean? Like he brings in peace with him. I don't know what he was or who he was, but he came next to me, sat, old man. And then I was like, no, I want to stay. So he stood up now, he smiled at me, he said something, I still don't remember what he said, like his mouth moving, but I don't know, he said, I don't know what he said, I'm not gonna lie to you. He stood up, he walked, and when he got in front of my bed, he looked, because he was walking out, yeah, he smiled again. As he smiled, like in real life, I went like this, I vomited, but bear in mind, I didn't eat anything, so I vomited all water and blood at the same time. Water and blood at the same time, like in real life. I just woke up and I just vomited. As soon as he smiled at me, I just vomited. I woke up and vomited water and blood. Like after that day, it's quite. I'm telling you, it's really scary. I feel like I kind of died, but not died. Like I was in that middle passage. So if I said yes and I stood up with him, this is what I feel like. This is my personal opinion. It feels like if I stood up and went with him, I would have died. I wouldn't be here now to this day. Like it's quite mad the way it happened and developed. If you get what I mean. If I went with him, how would it have been? Was it a dream? Was it not a dream? There's a lot of ifs or whats or who's the guy was. So in my head, I prefer not saying this story to anyone because people won't believe me, or some people will just ask me really so many questions that I don't know to answer to myself, if you get what I mean. So I just didn't want to tell anyone. I just told my close friends, my family. But when I woke up, let me get back to the story. And when I vomited, it was like after that day, after that morning, I felt I still had belly ache, but not as that bad. Like I had strength. Like I felt better after I vomited that water and bloody water or something like that. I don't know how it was bloody because nothing really in my mouth or something. Like I don't have blood or something. But I just vomited water and blood. It was quite unbelievable. The next following day, the guy another doctor comes to me and says to me, we have to check your kidneys, maybe you have kidney stones. And I was thinking, what kidney stones? You go from me coming from a headache, you say meningitis, from meningitis you have kidney stones now. I never had kidney stones in my life. So they're like, we have to check your kidneys. I was like, okay. So now we went downstairs, they check with like ultrasonic machine where they check pregnant people. I don't know what that machine was called. And then it turns out to be there was no kidney stones, and then they had to do another test, and it turns out to be my kidneys were working only on 18% or 17%. So it was really bad because my kidneys, imagine your kidneys and they're full of tablets, and the tablets, because since I came hospital, I couldn't go to the toilet, so they're just full of like tablets. My body's full of tablets. They didn't digest. If you go, I mean, it's disgusting a little bit, but it's true. I just didn't digest. It just didn't digest. So they came out to me, they're like, sorry, we just gave you the wrong treatment. You don't have meningitis, because the results came out at the same time as well for the meningitis. You don't have meningitis. The tablets we gave you are really strong. Now it affected your kidneys. Apparently, look, deep this. Apparently, if it carried on a little bit more, if my body didn't react to these stuff, I could have been connected to a machine, life support machine. That's what they said. You could have been, if it was for another day, you could have been connected to a life support machine. I think it's called a life support, I don't know what it was called, but think of it, just from a doctor's mistake. So death from a doctor's mistake, look what led, like, I just go in there for a headache, but look what it nearly led on to me dying, basically. Like, so whatever the doctor says, it's not always true. So make sure you question if the tablet, if they're giving you a tablet, question the tablet. What is this for? What is? I didn't do that personally. They give me 7-8 tablets in one cup. I was drinking them. Yeah, giving me that. Give me I can't go to the toilet. They give me a tablet for that. They give me this. They give me pink tablets, orange tablets. They just give me so many tablets I don't know of. I'm just taking it because that's a doctor at the end of the day. If you're in my situation, you will know as well. You agree to the doctor. Whatever he gives you, you'll be like, yeah, cool, I'll take it. Do you know what I mean? But it's not like, that's not the case. So after all that happened, they said we'll start giving you. So do you know, I'm still connected to the drip. So they will start just putting pure liquid, pure water in that. So with the water that they gave me for 1 or 2 days, I think one or 2 days, yeah. After 1 or 2 days, it was fine. Like, how can I say it? After they gave 1 or 2 days, I had another test done. Because they gave me like 10 litres, a lot of water, like 10 litres a day. I think one was like a 2 litres each time, 1 litre, 2 litres, and it keep changing and keep changing. Every time it's all empty, they kept changing it, and they put a pump as well at the same time, so it pumps into my body faster. Instead of on a drip, it's more of a faster pump into my body. It's not like a drip. It's like there was an extra pump connected to it, and it's just pumping into my body, water into my body. So I done another. They made me do another test, and now it's starting to raise. I think it was 50 or 60%. It was 50%. From 18% it went to 50%, which was, I was like, yeah, that's cool. I wanted to go home. I don't want to stay in hospital because I don't trust these doctors. For the last, when that was all happening, apparently my mum and my sisters were trying to make me move to another hospital, or even make me go to Turkey, because the hospital I was in, they did not know anything about my problem. They didn't know. They were leading me to death, basically. They would do an experiment with me. Oh, you might have meningitis. No, let's do it. Let's do this procedure in the bed, not in the theatre room. Like, do you get what I mean? They were making me go through random. They say you have kidney stones. What kidney stones? No one in my family had kidney stones. You want to put something in another thing out? Bro, if I didn't say no, I don't have kidney stones. If I said, oh yeah, I think I have kidney stones, they would have probably say, yeah, you have kidney stones. Like, it was not a nice experience. I just wanted to get out of hospital, to be honest. It was at 50%. They were like, no, you have to stay. I was like, no, give me the discharge form, I'm getting out. I'd rather look at myself, make myself look at home than here. So all I done was, I got the discharge form, I signed everything, I left. I like my mom and my dad. This time I'm still in pain. My headache pain didn't go no, but I just left. That hospital was a nightmare. From my headache, if you think of this, from a headache, it led on to me going to hospital, brain scan, white blood cells are low. That's fine, your white blood cells could be low. Then to meningitis. From meningitis, they said let's do a little operation to get fluid, which is fine, it's normal. If they have to do it, they have to do it. From that to that, them not be able to do it, taking me to a theatre room and doing the second time and nearly making me get paralyzed. From my legs downwards, from paralyzed, and then them thinging me, then nearly killing me with all the tablets they give me. And that, I'm telling you, that was not a dream. That was not a hallucination. I can't say that word. It was real. It felt so real. Even if it was, it just felt so real. I'm not sure. It was really weird. It was really scary. So the moral of the story, I never explained this story out to everyone. It was just like to my close friends. And even if I explained it, I didn't really explain the part where I saw the guy in that hallucination. Like, I just explained to this couple of people, not everyone. It was really bad. So yeah, that was the story, to be honest. I didn't want to really explain this to anyone, but I was like, why not? If I explain it, let me explain on YouTube to everyone, instead of me trying to explain it slowly, because a lot of people asked me. You would have seen with the small clips that I put in the middles of how it was out here. the moral of the story that I want to tell you guys is right now, is don't believe everything they say. Like a doctor says to you, okay, you might have meningitis, maybe have the meningitis, but question them. Every time they give you a tablet, what is this tablet for? How, when I take it, is there going to be side effects? What is this? What is that? If you don't ask them, they'll just give you lots of stuff. And that was the mistake I done. I never asked. They were giving me 8 tablets. My mum was like to me, did you ask them what tablets? I was like, they're doctors that will know that it's for my good. And I was just taking them like idiot. And I shouldn't have taken them because it helped me from the long term. It still affects me. But anyways, thank you for listening to this. I know it's been really long of a video, but if you're listening to this video, thank you very much. I know it's not my typical videos, but thank you very much for listening to my video. And my video. And that was my experience in the hospital. And technically, I think I went to the afterlife and came back. I don't know what people say. If you have any suggestions what it was and what it is, just comment down in the comments below. I'll reply to you because I actually want to know what happened to me. Like, it wasn't normal. When I went home, I stayed home for 2 weeks after that. I didn't go work. I looked after myself. I was fine. Just drank a lot of water, then I was fine. It was the doctors. I'm telling you, it's not all doctors like that, but it's bad. You need to know what's happening with your body. Anyways, thank you for watching this video. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Comment down below what you thought of this experience, and if you have any same experiences, you could tell me. Subscribe to my channel, guys, and I'll see you in the next